Who's giving you more than £100,000?
These are the rules as to publication. Nobody's given me more than 100,000. That biggest donation went up yesterday or the day before.
Interviewed in 2020. A mystery then, a mystery now. More later.
Keir Starmer and his right-hand man Morgan McSweeny have been caught red-handed with donations that have received £740,000 that wasn't properly declared, and they covered up the reasons it wasn't being declared. This is really serious stuff. This money, of course, effectively put Keir Starmer into leadership of the Labour Party and then into number 10.
Yet another scandal. The hatchet enforcer smooths the stormy seas.
I think Morgan is a highly talented individual. I'm not surprised why the Tories want to make as much of this as they can.
The elusive, reclusive McSweeney has gone underground.
The Electoral Commission, they looked into these issues 3 or 4 years ago. They took action at the time and they issued a statement last night making clear that was the case.
Yes, they did report as an admin error and slapped Labour with a £15,000 fine. More from the Tory Assistant Whip.
That Morgan McSweeny was told he had to declare these donations, failed to do so, and his story about why he failed to do so keeps changing. And now we've seen these emails from between him and his lawyers in which it becomes clear that an excuse was found as to why these donations were not declared. McSweeny obviously has questions to answer, but actually this goes to the Prime Minister himself and members of his cabinet, including Steve Reid.
Dear, oh dear, Starmer never learns. Back to the Nostradamus interview in 2020. It's like Groundhog Day.
Why haven't you declared all the major donors who are funding your leadership campaign?
Well, at the beginning of the campaign, the Labour Party set out the rules that we should all comply with, and they briefed us on it. And they involve doing the necessary checks on any donations, and then passing it to the parliamentary authorities so they could be published. And I'm following those rules.
But that's process.
That's not process, that's
well,
the
you're
rules.
following the process, but there's a bigger principle at stake, that Labour Party members who are being asked to vote for you should know who's bankrolling your campaign.
That is why the Labour Party set up those rules.
But you won't tell us.
The Labour Party rules say, carry out the checks.
The tenacious Terminator probed like a venomous viper, causing Starmer to stutter and squirm.
But the other candidates in this contest have published who is bankrolling their campaign. You seem to be hiding behind this process. Why won't you simply tell us tonight, but who are your 5 biggest donors? Well, you haven't announced just a minute. I mean, it's causing you a problem. Len McCluskey, the union leader, he said that you are having secret financiers sitting in the shadows. And you laugh, I understand that. You could solve that tonight by saying, when I leave here, everybody who's bankrolled my campaign, I will make public.
Well, of course, Andrew.
Who's giving you more than 100,000?
The Labour Party at the beginning of the exercise said these are the rules as to what you've got to check.
Who's giving you more than 100,000?
These are the rules as to publication. Nobody's given me more than 100,000. That biggest donation went up yesterday or the day before.
And how much is that?
Neil said there were secret financiers sitting in the shadows. Or should I say, Nostradamus, because he foreshadowed the present predicament. McSweeney, prior to Labour winning the election, ran a think tank called Labour Together with the sole aim of catapulting Starmer into number 10 and nullifying Jeremy Corbyn. Donors' donations, in part, utilised for speech lessons, speech writing and campaign leaflets. To promote Starmer's leadership campaign, around £740,000 not declared to the Electoral Commission during his campaign. During the period of contention, 3 main donors, Sir Trevor Chin, a prominent businessman, Martin Taylor, a British hedge fund manager, Gary Lubner, a South African-born businessman, contributed to the cause, and many more wealthy individuals. A recent email from the Labour lawyer to McSweeney has instigated a possible new investigation by the Electoral Commission and could take 2 weeks to finalise. Squeaky bum time for Starmer.